Welcome to the 10th season of the Author's Corner. Each show is jam-packed with interviews, reviews, and so much more for you, the author and the artist. And now, here's our host, author H.D. Campbell.
To a new episode of the Author's Corner. As always, I'm your host, H.D. Campbell. I'm taking you on a walk around my new office/studio. This is where I'll be taping my shows, as well as some other things. You'll see a lot of just different things, different segments, a lot of different things going on here. Now, right now, I'm hoping you guys are all keeping safe from the COVID-19 coronavirus. Hoping everyone is either staying put or if you have to go out, just be very careful. With a special shout out to a lot of my service worker friends, those that are going out, they have to go to work, the essential workers every day. They have to go out and make sure that I want to make sure you guys are keeping safe. Today's show will be centered around that. First, I'm going to have my CEO, president of H.D. Campbell Productions, Lula Carter. She's going to be talking about how she's affected by the virus, how her business, Car Elite Travel, was affected. We're going to talk travel, misconceptions, as well as alternatives we can have to people going out and doing different things. Next, we have one of my authors, Elliot Howard, who's actually on the front lines. And he's going to talk about what he sees, his misconceptions, things that are on his radar. Then we're going to have the return of my 2 cents, which I know you guys have been waiting for that. So, without further ado, we're going to have Lula Carter after these messages.
Just who is author H.D. Campbell? He's the multi-gene author who can take you on several trips at once. With H.D. Campbell, you can have a romance, you can track a killer, or even stop an international incident. For 30 years and still writing, H.D. Campbell will take you on trips you've never been before. Learn more about him by logging on to hdcampbell3.com or check him out on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Pinterest, and LinkedIn. Read his rewrites of How to Lose a Black Woman and Late Murder at 10 with a new title coming soon. And as always, let your writing fuel your spirit. Check out H.D. Campbell's media page at www.hdcampbellmedia.com. H.D. Campbell keeps up with the latest news through blogs written by him and other guest columnists. It follows the latest news in the communities of the world in all areas. It's also another place to catch back episodes of the Author's Corner with H.D. Campbell. It's the interactive media source that provides the facts without a lot of media fat surrounding it. With columns and articles daily, check out what H.D. Campbell will write about next. Log on to www.hdcampbellmedia.com for details. And as always, let your writing fuel your spirit.
A programming note. We're going to have special shows coming up. We're going to have a lot of different shows. We're going to have a science fiction special. We're going to have a lot of different types of shows coming up here soon. Now that we're fully mobile in my office, studio, and everything, there's going to be a bunch of different things going on with H.D. Campbell Productions, as well as the Author's Corner. So stay tuned. But without keeping you waiting, we're going to now talk to Lula Carter about life, career, and COVID-19.
Well, business-wise, it took a real dive, in all honesty, because I've had to cancel so many trips for my clients that were traveling in February, March, and April, actually, and I have more trips scheduled for May and June. That is pretty much up in the air at this point. So we still don't know exactly what's going to happen, but quite a few groups I had to cancel for February, March, and April.
Has any cruise ships have any cruise ships been able to return home yet, or are they still docked, or what's going on?
They're mostly all still docked. The ones that were looking to be docked are mostly all docked. I'm not real sure. I can't remember. I would have to look into that. But there was one or two that were still out there. I'm not real sure if they came home yet. One did come into the port in Florida. So the majority of the people, I think, are off the ship, but don't quote me like 100% sure on that. Um, and it's kind of sad, to be honest, because a lot of people enjoy cruising. I have hundreds of clients that love cruising. They go several times a year. So this has been very heartbreaking for them. And they're still positive because I have a group that's going in October for his 75th birthday. And they're like, we're just hoping because they want to get on the new Carnival ship out here out of Long Beach. It's a 7-day cruise. And they're like, we're just hoping that everything will go through. And if not, we'll just figure something else out. So I'm in constant contact with my clients as to what's going on as far as any updates. With the travel ban in place, we're pretty much here. We're in the U.S. for our safety. And people have to understand it's a safer at home order. It means that you're going to be safe if you stay at home. And I've seen reports of everything, people doing everything that's not in accordance with the order and it's putting people in jeopardy. And it's like, I'm pleading from a business owner standpoint, from a personal standpoint, from a mom standpoint, a grandma standpoint, somebody who loves standpoint, please just stay at home so we can get past this. It's very uncomfortable for a lot of people, but you have to think about your neighbors, the people that you care about, because you being out and about, you don't know who's the carrier, you don't know who's spreading what. Just because somebody looks clean doesn't mean they're not a carrier.
What do you do for the client that's already spent money with you? The trip got canceled and they're angry with you. How do you handle that?
It was rough when it first happened. I mean, I had people threatening me, people threatening to take me to court, bait and switch. It's like, how did I bait and switch you when this is a world pandemic? How is it my fault that this happened? Especially the ones that didn't buy insurance, they were really upset. But the thing is, what most people don't understand, even if you had insurance, this wouldn't cover the insurance due to the world epidemic. So your insurance wouldn't cover, and that's one thing that people are not understanding. This is unprecedented. That's unprecedented. This has never happened before in our world as far as what's going on right now. So yeah, I had a lot of people upset with me, and I'm pretty sure it's not over. I still have people that's upset and that's sad that they were allowed to get it. They got a travel credit that they could use down the line, but everybody wants their money back. They want their money back, and that's not the policy of a lot of the suppliers. If you have the insurance, a lot of the suppliers are giving you refunds if you have the insurance just because of what's going on to best serve our clients. But for those that didn't have insurance, they're giving you a future credit based on how much you paid, and you can use that credit. Most of them are giving us until 2021, the end of 2021, to use it. So you still have a long time to use it. But yeah, people have threatened me. I've been called all kind of names. Human emotions. It's just human emotions, and I just have to kind of, man up and just take it. And then when I'm by myself, I just deal with, the insults because I've always done my best to provide the best service to my clients, and for them to go off on me the way they have these past couple of weeks has been very emotional, and it's been very hard to deal with. But I'm not giving up because I have some amazing clients in the interim. I have people that send me flowers, people that send me thank you cards, even during all of this because they know that I'm doing my best with them like I always do.
What are some of the misconceptions you've come across about the Convoy 19?
The first one was that it didn't affect black people. I don't know who hit them over the head. It was a fact. That It's only for people who have heart problems, no, it's affecting everybody. And that's the sad part about it. Um, it's amazing to me, to be honest with you, how many people can't stand their home. When they were working, they were going to work, they were complaining about having to go to work.
Yes.
And now since they're home, they're complaining about being home. It just goes to show you can't please everybody. No matter what is going on in the world, you can't please people. And you have to stop trying. You really and truly have to stop trying.
Yeah, see, I feel you on that one. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'm going to work, don't like being at work. Coming home, don't like staying at home. What do you like to do? But see, now you can't go anywhere.
Right. They don't, and it's like you're just showing that you don't know. And for people that are still going out, interacting and being out there and doing everything just like it's a normal day, you're being very selfish. I mean, and to a lot of people that I know, you're being extremely selfish because you're not thinking about when you come home and the people in your home, what you're bringing home, especially what came out on yesterday, how the COVID is now being transmitted through shoes. It's attached, it's staying on your shoes, I think for like 9 hours. So it's like you're tracking that into your home to people that you quote unquote claim you love because you can't stay in the house. I mean, for me personally, I would get up in the morning, 6 o'clock in the morning, I'm heading out to do a bike ride, 20 to 25-mile bike ride every day. And that's how I started my day. And when it was announced that I had to stay in, it was just like, okay, I need to stay in because I have underlying conditions, being a heart attack survivor. And so my heart is weak. So there's no way I'm taking chances on my health. And I'm real particular about who I even let come to my front door, to be honest. When the delivery people come, they leave it at the door, and then I clean everything off and then bring it in. And, I can't take chances like that. My health is important to me. The health of my kids and everybody that I love is important to me. So I'm doing my part as for the orders to stay home as much as possible. I haven't left my house since this started, so I'm going into week 6 already. So.
And with churches being online or they're getting creative with being in cars, you still have people upset that churches are going inside the building.
Exactly. Because it said no more than 10 people together.
Right.
If you have a congregation of 3, 4, 5, even 50 people, you're breaking the law. It's an order. Whether you want to listen to it or not, we're trying to flatten the curve. And that means as less contact with people as possible. Even if you stand 6 feet from each other, you're still violating the order by having more than 10 people together in a building. What's wrong with being in the line? People can make their donations online if that's what they want to do. I even posted an article today on my personal page of pastors that are trying to sue the state because they can't hold services. Are you kidding me right now?
I saw that, yes.
People have died going to services at churches. Come on, man. Stop thinking about your bottom line and your money and think about people in general. The health and welfare of the people that, quote unquote, you're supposed to be responsible for. How is that being responsible? That's not being responsible.
In fact, a pastor in Virginia just died after having the service during the quarantine.
Exactly.
So,
Exactly. Oh man, it's not that serious. It's not. I was looking at the stats a few minutes ago trying to get ready for the meeting. And as of I think it was at 11 o'clock my time, so Pacific Standard Time, globally, there's been 1,976,029 people who've been infected. 470,954 have recovered, but we've lost 124,560 people to this pandemic. If people want to say it's not real, what's not real about it? People want to compare to other viruses like flu and no, you can't do that. You can't do that. This is a virus in and within itself, and it's mutating. It is mutating into different strands. Come on, man. We can't do this. We cannot do this. Okay? Can't do it.
And so that's one of my biggest. That's one of my biggest things, and it bothered me when they say black people couldn't get it. I don't know anyone who has it, and I never understand when people bother me when they said they don't know anyone who had it. Why would you want to know someone who actually has it?
That and the fact of when somebody says, "Do you know somebody that has it?" Yeah, I've known people who died. And let me explain something to you, or let me just say this. Um, Cancer is real, and because nobody in your family has ever had cancer, doesn't mean it's not real. It's real. Just because you don't personally know someone affected by it does not mean it's real. It's not real. Come on now. You
People
don't
just
need to know somebody to know that cancer is real. You don't need to know somebody to know that high blood pressure is real. You don't need to know somebody who's had a stroke to know that people can have a stroke. The logic, people are not using common sense right now, and it's just so irritating. It's so irritating.
and
So
that
what I've done in my effort to kind of, because a lot of people are alone, a lot of people don't live with anybody, so they're having a hard time just dealing with the isolation itself. So I put together virtual bike rides with some of my cycling friends. So on Monday and Wednesday, we get together via Zoom and we cycle together for an hour. On Fridays, we're doing happy hour. Anybody's welcome to join our happy hour. We happy hour via Zoom. Y'all get together, pour a drink, laugh, talk, play games, play music. It's our way to interact. And for some people, that's all the connections they have right now. And
hmm,
it's so important. It's social distancing, but we're still connecting. People are able to make new friends. A couple of people on my last one for the happy hour, they didn't know each other, but now they do. You know, they can talk to each other aside from Wednesday to Friday. They can now interact. They're getting to know each other via Zoom. And to me, that's important. Being able to think about ways that we can still connect and follow the stay in place orders that have been issued around the U.S. and around the world.
and see that's all we need to do. We can interact socially, just like you and I are interacting right now. You can interact with people. You can interact. You just have to do it with some common sense.
Correct. Correct.
And
And
you,
what I've done as far as my business goes, um, I'm planting the seeds for later. My tagline now is dream now, travel later. So I'll highlight a destination and what I liked about the destination or what you can experience when you get to the destination. And it gives people something to do to think about what they want to do once this is over. People that have never traveled before are now interested in traveling because people always tend to think, oh, I can do that some other time. Oh, I can do that some other time. But guess what? This is showing people you got to live in the here and the now. You got to start doing things now because whether you want to believe it or not, nobody's guaranteed tomorrow.
no.
So you need to live in your happiness today and today only. So if in a month from now this is over and you always wanted to go to South Africa, or you've always wanted to go to Greece, or you want to go to the Seychelles, now's the time to do it. Now's the time to do it. This is just proof that you've got to stop putting everything off. A lot of things you can't put off because you only get that one chance at it.
The only problem is people just can't stay still.
Right, right. And that's the main thing right now. Because I can tell you last night, my neighborhood was on fire till like 2 o'clock in the morning.
Mm.
For hours and miles laughing and joking, and I'm like, you know what? I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this. When this first started, we had no cases in Hawthorne, California. Not around. I don't even know how many. And I'm telling you, now is the time to sit down, refocus, reflect, redirect your energy to something more positive. Come out of this the whole different mindset. Instead of thinking about, oh, I'm being held back from doing something, think of this as a time to recharge. Think of this as a time to reevaluate yourself. Think about this as a time to reconnect with people who you let stuff just kind of dwindle by the side because you had an attitude with them 10 years ago. When you gonna let that go?
Right.
When you gonna let that go?
We never take care of ourselves.
Love. We weren't taking time to take care, just to focus on what needed to be done. We so busy running. Oh, I wish I had time. Well, you got time now. Oh, you can't stay inside. I'm confused. What's wrong?
Yeah, because back in the day, there was no hours in the day. Now you have all the hours in the day.
Right. What do you want? Tell me, what do you want? You can't have the busy and the still at the same time.
No.
This is your chance to still be focused, realign yourself with whatever your higher power may be, just to get yourself on track mentally, emotionally. This is the time for that. But people too busy thinking about what they can't do. Because like here in California, you can't get in on the bike lane, the bike path by the beach, no hiking, no parks. So that means you need to be home, learning a new recipe, learning a new language. There's plenty of online classes that are free right now that you can be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Having interactions via Zoom, via FaceTime, via any of the social media platforms, even the entertainers. Okay, this is the interesting part of this also for me is watching the entertainers who normally when they have concerts, their tickets are like $100, $200, $300, $400, $500 for a ticket. They're giving free concerts right now on Instagram and Facebook, trying to stay connected to the people who have supported them over the years. You have D-Day Night. D-Night. He has been doing the
Yeah.
free concert nightly on Instagram. And it's been amazing. I was on his first one when he first started. He got up to like 160,000 people were viewing at the time. So we're creating ways to stay connected and to make everybody feel like they're not alone. You're not alone. What I've been doing also on my business page, I've been posting puzzles for people to do puzzles, people to do online puzzles, doing quizzes, doing more things to get people to interact with each other. And that's all that's going to help us get through this, being able to connect via social media the best way we can until we can get out and give someone a hug again.
Right.
And give someone a handshake again. You know what I'm saying? Because we all want to be cared about, but we also have to be mindful that we can't take this pandemic lightly because it's killing people. 2,000-3,000 people are dying a day.
Yes.
What's going on? It's incredible to me that people still to this day think this is serious. I don't understand. And they want to criticize you because you want to stick to stay-at-home orders. What? Whatever. I don't care.
Right.
I don't care.
And I'm not understanding. Because you're the one going to be crying when you get sick next.
Right. Or when you lose someone that you love. When you lose somebody that isn't going to take you losing somebody that you love for you to keep your butt home. Is that what it's going to take? I'm confused with that because I'm not trying to lose none of my loved ones.
Me neither.
I need all of them to be here when it's over. All of them.
You see, I mean, this is too much. So my next question is, you mentioned online classes. What type of classes are available for people who might want to take some?
They're having all kinds. There's languages, there's business ones. I'm taking a hospitality one just to increase, like I'm always taking some kind of certification or some kind of class when it comes to my business. But there's all kind of ones. There's ones to teach you how to, if you into the oils, the essential oils and all of that. Just different things like that. If you just look it up, all they have to type in is free online classes. And trust me, a plethora of things will show up if you want to keep yourself occupied and refocused and learn something new during this time because we don't know how long this is going to last. They're saying they're trying to open back up, but let's be realistic. We haven't even hit the peak in a lot of these places, a lot of these cities, states around the U.S. So why would you even open back up? And we have a travel ban right now. You can't even leave the U.S.
Right.
I don't even know why we're flying. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you. I don't even know why we're flying. As much as I love travel,
People are still flying?
About 100 flight attendants have tested positive, but 600 flight attendants have tested positive. I'm confused as to why we're still flying.
Hey, no, people still flying right now.
Everybody. We got to take care of everybody.
Yes.
And this is my opinion. People may not like it, but this is my industry. This is what I do for a living. This is my passion. This is what I love. But I also know we need to take care of each other on every level. Every level.
See, and I definitely didn't know people were still flying right now. I thought at least people would at least know enough to not even travel at this time. I mean, even domestically. I mean, why? I'm not getting that.
I don't know.
You know, it's like I don't. We only go. You only go to Walmart when you need to. You only go to get gas when you need to. You don't need to stay and hang out and see how everyone's doing. You can call on the phone.
Right.
You can talk the way we're talking.
And I agree. And it's interesting to me that also before people were so busy that they didn't talk on the phone. They didn't spend time on the phone. They'll send you a text message, and that was supposed to be your communication. No, boo-boo, you need to call me. I'm the one you need to call. You can text to start the conversation, but you need to pick up the phone and call me. That's always been my mark.
Right.
That's, I prefer hearing people's voices as opposed to a text message.
Right.
If you your work day and you need to text something real quick, but I'm not holding a whole long conversation with you over a text. Pick up the phone and call.
Exactly.
That's the part most people not getting. You know, it's interesting to see people's reaction to the fact that this is affecting other people besides you. You may think because, oh, I don't know anybody that has this, so I'm okay. It's been proven that you can be a carrier and not have symptoms. So why are you exposing yourself like that?
Right.
Why are you exposing the people that you quote unquote claim that you love like that? Yeah, no. I'm good.
It's that I am too. So now at this point, I'm going to give you the final word. If there's any advice you want to give, if there's anything you want to say, the floor is yours.
I just want to say, during this world pandemic that we find ourselves here in, we must realize this is affecting the world, not just you individually. This is affecting the world. And the stay-at-home order we put in place flattens the curve so that we can stop losing so many people. And we can get back to doing the things we love, running, biking, traveling. We can get back to that if we can get past this. But if you're not listening to the orders of the stay-at-home, we're not going to get past this, and it's going to last longer. So in order for us to get past this and move on to bigger and brighter days, we've got to listen to the stay-at-home orders. I appreciate you for this opportunity.
When we return, we're going to talk to one of my hard drive authors who's also on the front lines of the coronavirus, Elliot Howard. Stay tuned.
By Late Murder at 10 by H.D. Campbell. Former investigative reporter Mark Alexander thought his life hit a slump when a mass shooting results in the murder of a controversial news anchor. Can Mark get out of his head long enough to crack this case? Well, I'm not going to tell you. You'll have to get your own copy of Late Murder at 10 on Amazon.com and coming soon to your favorite bookstore.
You worked hard on that book, and now you need a good cover. You can always contact my friend Enoshi. She promises great book covers and professional service guarantees on all of them. She's even done 3 of my titles, and is the exclusive cover artist for Hard Drive Publishing and H.D. Campbell Productions. You can contact Enoshi at her email at authorsenoshi@gmail.com. Welcome back. My next interview is with one of my hard drive authors. He just published a book called Take a Walk with Me. We had a short conversation about that, but first, I also want to talk about his big job now. He's the Assistant Director of Environmental Services in Beaumont, Texas, with a hospital dealing with coronavirus. We had a big talk about how to deal with it, how to treat it, what he's dealing with, and everything. So without further ado, here's the interview. Thank you again for coming on the Author's Corner. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How about yourself, HG?
I'm doing great. Well, before we start getting to your book, you're definitely on the front lines of the COVID-19. So I want to start off with that, get started on that, then we'll switch gears to your book. Tell me, what exactly do you do and how are things going right now?
Well, I am a assistant director of environmental services down in Beaumont, Texas, at servicing hospitals. Particularly, one of the larger hospitals down in Beaumont, Texas, presently. My family's in Houston, and so I do technically live in Houston, but I split time between Beaumont and Houston to take care of the infection control and prevention and containment down in the hospitals down in Beaumont.
Okay. Then,
so I have a staff of over 25 people in the evening alone, and our job is to make sure that whatever infection, illness that a patient might come into a room is contained in the room of the patient, as well as protecting that patient from other illnesses or ailments that are also present at the hospital outside of that patient's room. So the doctors and the nurses can focus on healing the patient focus on their own healing, and not have to worry about getting a secondary infection, which could, in a lot of cases, can prove fatal. So our job, our team is in my opinion, is an unsung hero for it is a group that doesn't really get talked about because the issue that in times past, reason why our organization exists, because in times past, in our grandma and grandpa's days, when someone went into a hospital, there was a problem of a doctor, a nurse, or medical staff visiting one patient with one illness, going in to visit another patient, take care of another patient in another room that has another illness, and that patient and the patients getting cross-contaminated with each other's respective illnesses outside of the one that they came to deal with the doctor. They get treated to the hospital, they get treated for. So, in a way of maintaining disinfection and maintaining strong sterilization, killing the germs, killing the bad things, and making sure that nothing gets transmitted, my team takes care of that. So, when it comes to the coronavirus, yes, we are on the front lines and we are fighting. And I would say that our team is actually really. By the way, the coughing, I have severe allergies, and so springtime is not something fun for me.
You understand?
So, I do take Zyrtec and Claritin and everything that has to do with vitamin C. That's a good thing.
With a lot of vitamin C and with a lot of that helps your immune system.
Well, it does. I mean, a lot of times. Here's the thing: a lot of Dr. O.C. out of Houston had talked about this on several radio broadcasts, and he's been beating this steady drumbeat for years about the fact that the importance of actually eating right and having the proper minerals and nutrients into your system. The vitamin C is integral to that. I mean, there are so many, high dollar illnesses. When you get sick or you get injured, the medical field gets paid a lot of money to take care of you and heal you. And so there are illnesses, though, we talk to your grandparents, they used to get treated for when they were our age, that, my bad, when they were our age, that you don't hear about now because it's either not fashionable or there's so high of a success rate that the assumption is that these illnesses, like let's say scurvy, doesn't exist. And scurvy literally is an illness that comes as a result of not having enough vitamin C in your system. So as a result, your immune system kind of starts to fail, and And scurvy is actually the first illness that comes up when you begin to have a weakened immune system. So guess what? If scurvy is taking place into your body, then anything else that you get is actually a secondary infection. Now, grant you, like you can turn a lot of things around by just getting more of a boost of vitamin C into your system. And I mean, although I'm not a nutritionist and not a doctor, but I will say this: I've been doing that myself, and I have a steady diet of your green leafy vegetables actually carries more vitamin C than your citrus fruits. And so spinach, mustard greens, collard greens, yes. So if you're over the color, we definitely have those in abundance in the home. However, I don't cook my spinach, mustard greens, and collard greens, and then other green leafy vegetables with bacon and ham. I just use a simple thing of olive oil, black pepper, thyme seasoning in a skillet, and cook it up a little bit, maybe with some onions, sweet onions, and some teaspoon of garlic for the heart. And then eat that on a regular basis. I ended up losing like close to over 70 pounds when I switched over to that. And between that and then just staying on that on a regular basis has actually kept my immune system up. I'm not having any issues with it. I'm exposed to a number of illnesses because I work at the hospital. And my team and I, we're doing quite well actually. So, and to understand where I have to do what I do for myself physically, because if I don't, then I can't come home. My family is in Houston, and I have a 2-year-old who, he's going to be 3 in August, but so I have a toddler, and I have a 14-year-old, but my 14-year-old is part of that robust health population. So, he's good. But on top of that, my mom and dad have health issues. My mom has Sjogren's, and my dad has a pacemaker and a heart defibrillator in his chest. So their immune system is already compromised. I have not been able to hug my mom and dad, for 3 months when this whole thing got going. Okay, but I have done things like contact them, use Zoom so they can get a video feed of me, and my son and I played instruments for them last week, just a blessing. But we did it they sat on the porch and we played out in the backyard, so there was a significant amount of distance between us and them, so they wouldn't have to worry about them catching anything. So I do take the precautions, nevertheless, because I've done enough to protect myself, but you got the hope. You've heard the buzz about what you're saying about being asymptomatic, which means that you're not, you as an individual, you're not going to get sick from the disease. Your immune system's too strong for that, but that doesn't mean that it hasn't come to rest on your person.
Right.
So somebody else who is not as strong as you might come into contact with, and comes into contact with you, comes into contact with that illness, and then they get sick as a result of it. See? And then you have all that spirals down as a result. See? And right now they're still the whole testing for these things isn't a perfect science for the coronavirus anyway, so I don't want to take that type of risk. I know I'm fine personally, and I know that I will always be fine personally, but due to the people that could be affected by what I do, I don't take that risk. My kids and family are safe, and my immediate family is safe as far as my wife and my 2 sons. But I gotta do what I gotta do to protect my mom and dad. On the other side, when I do come home, and I typically go home on Fridays to see my family, because my son, my 2-year-old, anyone that has a 2-year-old, that's had a 2-year-old, and their kids grow up, they always want to run towards their parents at the door. I make a point of when I come home that my 2-year-old is already asleep, and I typically either change in the garage, or if he is there, my wife lays out a room will like run upstairs while he's asleep and then change and shower or something like that. And I actually use a tea tree oil based shampoo and body wash because tea tree oil is actually antiseptic, which means it kills things topically. And for my men of color, we all know that we use tea tree oil to prevent hair bumps or get rid of hair bumps. So I'm here to tell you that tea tree oil based products actually has broader positive health implications in this time period now more than ever. So if you're using it, keep using it, and if you haven't, and you don't have to be a person of color. My European counterparts, tea tree oil is a good thing for you too. So go ahead and grab some, all right? And it definitely makes a big difference. It definitely does, and I do that, and so that way then when I, whatever I change into at my house in Houston, I am wearing the clothes that have always been down there and have not been exposed to anything from where I'm staying in Beaumont. So I do take my necessary precautions. I'm not reckless, or arrogant or dismissive of everything. I do what I need to do.
Okay, awesome. So what are some misconceptions have you heard? You being on the front line, you know what's going on. What are some misconceptions have you heard?
Well, I guess my concern is that I've been, you and I just started talking about this before the show began, misconception that I more so have is how the media has tried to coach it as as tried to capitalize it as being this apocalyptic illness, and in my opinion, it's not. It is in the same classification of illnesses, of viruses that cause the common cold. It's not the common cold, but it's kind of like there's always that one cousin that comes to the family reunion that we all know that doesn't have, right?
Right. Yes, definitely.
Yeah. So you love them, but you love them from a distance. Keep with us, but you're not really with us. We all got one. We all got one. All races.
I know I do.
We all got one. Okay. Let's not act like we don't got one. Right? And so that's where the coronavirus, COVID, that Rona, that's where they fall into. Okay. And so I have maintained that, these all the people that I've talked to about this, that the precautions that we are taking now for the coronavirus, we should have always been taking because of the other viruses that, as secondary infections, if they grab a hold of you, can kill you, i.e., like the flu and pneumonia. Okay, we've gotten to the place where in a society where we get used to certain types of deaths from illnesses that we just kind of just take as par for the course. But did you know though that the same population that we are protecting from the coronavirus, i.e., elderly, compromising the system, and babies, are the same ones that we need to? The same population needs to be protected from the flu. In mid-March, I put a post on my Facebook page, Elliot Howard on Facebook. Okay, and I did a comparison in Texas, that's where I'm based. And from the coronavirus, COVID-19, the whole lot got its run starting in the fall of 2019, which is around the same time that the flu season begins. And from the flu season to mid-March, which is good, and then there were a couple thousand cases of the coronavirus during that time period. Total cases, be it death or otherwise, just you got diagnosed with the coronavirus, okay? And that's it. In the same time period, from fall 2019 to mid-March, we're talking about over 2,400 deaths alone, not cases of the flu, deaths of the flu, from the flu, during that same time period. So, perspective is everything. Not saying that you don't take coronavirus seriously, because you should. But the same way the flu is spread through the same ways that through similar ways that the coronavirus is. Just from people sneezing, coughing, sterilization, that type of thing, and so you got to. So the precautions that we're taking now for the coronavirus, we should have been taking advantage of should have been practicing with the flu this entire time. In the United States alone, we've had upwards of 50,000 deaths annually. That's not acceptable, but we kind of don't go off with the fear of the flu at all, or the impact of okay, you go to a basketball game or go to any type of public gathering, you might be asymptomatic, but you end up the flu virus ends up stacking a hold of your body. You go to deal with somebody, and some people we'll get to this, but you go to deal with somebody that has a compromised immune system, be it they know it or they don't know it, and then they end up getting sick. They get either severely sick or dying, and we pass it off like, well, they were sick anyway, or it was like a surprise type of death or whatever. We've kind of shrugged it off, and realized that actually, the bug that you were carrying got onto them and did a lot of damage. Now, actually, coronavirus is getting that type of focus, but there are other illnesses that have that same type of impact. They have that similar type of impact to the person. And again, we should have already been. If we're going to be operating in this type of caution now, we should have been. And although we can't go back in time and recapture what we should have done going forward, then we are going to have to always stay quarantined because there are viruses out there that will have similar effects to people with compromised immune systems. Or, and here's the thing, the flu does have a vaccine, so it's that whole deal that we're going to have to figure out what we value and what are we really going to be afraid of, because we look at, because we're going to look at, the true perspective of everything. And because Texas, and staying with that state of Texas line, all right, so, the reason why we probably weren't all concerned about the flu is because we had the 2,400 deaths between September 2019 to mid-March. The state of Texas is 25 million people. Okay, so for 2,400 families, it was tragic that they died from the flu.
Right.
Okay, but as the state as a whole, in terms of the population, we're not shutting down the state for those 2,400 deaths. Okay, and it's the flu that has a vaccine. There's treatments for pneumonia, another contagious type of illness. Right? You walk around in life, you could catch something from somebody anywhere. You go to Walmart, you go to a park, you go. Come on, there are things that we as a human population, we just, you get stuff because of the fact that you got bit by a mosquito walking through a park. And again, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be concerned, but everything has its place. And there are certain things should have its place. Earlier, HD and I were talking about a mosquito and a polar bear came into my room. Yes, the mosquito that might have malaria, but not, but all I gotta do is it lands on me and smack it or spray it with a raid. I can't smack a polar bear. It's not gonna have any effect though. You get me? But then again, I'm not gonna go to Alaska or find myself losing my mind and jumping into an exhibit at the zoo.
No.
To be along with the polar bears either. I have sprays in my apartment, and at my house, pest control is spraying things that, once the mosquito comes in, it dies. You take those, I take those precautions. But in the immediate situation, I'm not concerned about if I have to score out between a mosquito buzzing around the apartment and I got a polar bear in the room at the same exact same time. Forget the mosquito.
Right. Right.
So, so again, I think it's where, and I think a good portion of the population does naturally put fear and time in certain things in its respective places. And I think that ultimately we're seeing that now, generally on its own, because we've been blasted by media's interpretation of the storyline that the media has put out there.
Mm-hmm.
Or trend. But I said, but if again, if 2,400 have passed away from the thing, and several thousand, it might be like 100,000 cases.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. So what's actually the percentage? Like, so 3% of the people that have gotten the diseases died. That means 97% of the people that get the disease lives.
Right.
Okay. You're scared of it. I'm talking about just the numbers, but not the percentage. Or not, or don't go down to present it in its proper light. Like, okay, if 97% of the people, I told you 97% of the people that get it live, then you have a good shot of catching it and living. Now, there's things that you can do, because let's face it, that we'll do this one simple thing that right in front of everybody dies. We're talking about, we had NBA basketball players 90 days ago that acquired the coronavirus. They were confirmed cases. Beginning of April, they were fine. So, we know that the professional athletes are in tip-top health shape. So what does that tell you? If you get yourself in good health, in good shape, you can beat this thing if you were to get it.
Okay.
So a lot of people that I think that this should force people to do the necessary things, like go see your primary care that you might be able to lift the quarantine in your area. Find out if your body has any particular illnesses that you need to fight. See if there is underlying conditions. At the very least, switch out what you have in your pantry and your refrigerator. Get the right vegetables. Get the right fruits. I found out, because I didn't know this before all this, but I studied it and found out that for some reason, pineapple enables your body to absorb iron better. Well, if you're getting these vegetables and you absorb more with that into your system, then I guess you need to have some type of pineapple to go along with it. I've been experimenting because the tastes are extremely different.
Right.
But to get that iron into your body, and absorb any other nutrients that you got. And they're going to find out that vitamin C has going to find out that vitamin C has built into your immune system, has a lot of positive attributes in protecting your heart and healing your heart. If you had any heart damage and so doing that type of due diligence for yourself, you owe it to yourself to do that. You owe it to yourself to do your due diligence for research, finding out what's good for you, and that research going to see your doctor, finding out what about your system, your own country, because everybody's different, finding out what works well for you, and doing that so you can beat many illnesses and ailments. And you're doing so when you're taking care of yourself, you're actually protecting other people that you love that come in contact with you.
Right. In 3, 2, 1. See, that's the problem on the other corner. We have such a great conversation. We only have an hour long for the show, so we have to cut the conversation short. But we are having part 2 of this conversation next week on the Office Corner. So stay tuned for the rest of that conversation next week. But I am glad you got a lot of good, valuable information. So when we come back, I'm going to give my 2 cents, and we're going to wrap for a second. Stay tuned.
Do you need editing and formatting services for your manuscript or document? Go to HD Campbell Productions, who will offer professional services and reasonable prices. For more information, call HD Campbell at 314-265-9169, or you can send him an email at hdcampbell3 at msn.com. Let H.D. Campbell be your editor. As always, let your writing fuel your spirit.
H.D. Campbell Productions. Hard Drive Publishing.
You don't know me, but your husband does. Whether he willingly wants me or not, I will have him. And there's absolutely nothing, I mean nothing, you can do about it. Just check out what I can do, because none of you women with loyal husbands are safe.
Welcome back to the show. I don't have a 2 cents today because I really want you guys to just be safe. If you don't have to be anywhere, stay home. If you do have to get out, be careful. A shout out to all the essential workers out there, and a shout out to all those who are working hard to make sure we get our country back together. And God bless you all. Next week on the show, we're going to have author Enoshi, who is also H.D. Campbell Productions' beloved cover artist, as well as she's a life coach. She does a lot. So there'll be an awesome interview. Also, we're going to have the conclusion of our talk with Elliot Howard. We're going to continue talking about Convoy 19. We're going to talk about books. We're also going to have a little civil rights trivia coming up. So stay tuned for next week's show. Peace, hair grease, and as always, let your writing fuel your spirit, and God bless.